Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's Wetumpka Indians volleyball game versus the Holtville Bulldogs. Tonight's matchup will be 3 sets. The first 2, of course, consisting of 25, and the last consisting of 15 points. So we will get ready to kick off tonight's volleyball match momentarily. The Holtville Bulldogs huddling up, getting ready to start up this thing. And here come the Wetumpka Indians. So now we will get set and get ready to get this thing going. So the official is getting us ready to go. And now we'll get started. So the Wetumpka Indians on the court currently is number 10, Chloe Harris, number 5, Madison Milton, number 12, Julie Boschel, number 9, Erin Douglas, and number 4, Star Angier. Also, Kylie Wilson at number 17. For the Holtville Bulldogs, we have number 11, Abigail Snyder, number 1, Bailey Boone, number 16, Kennedy Bradshaw, number 13 in Riley Heelis, number 10 in Maddie Emerson, and number 7 in Reagan Thorne. And here we go. Wilson getting ready to serve. She does. Holtville gonna have to get it back up close. And that's gonna be out of bounds, and the first point will go to the Indians. So the Indians getting ready to serve once more. Wilson makes the serve. And the Holtville Bulldogs could not return. That will be an ace for the Wetumpka Indians. Making it 2-0 already for the Indians. Wilson already off to a hot start. And another ace for the Wetumpka Indians. That makes it 3-0 already. Wetumpka off to a hot start so far. Trying to get the ball back now. And Wilson trying to continue this streak of aces. It's returned by Snyder. And then number 13 in Riley Halis gets it across. Wilson sets it and out of bounds for the Indians. So it will be a point awarded to the Holtville Bulldogs. Unfortunately, Madison Milton was not able to get that one all the way in bounds, so it'll go to the Bulldogs. Emerson serves it. Harris gets it over barely. Milton sets it. Wilson and Anger will hit it. It gets tipped, and that's a point for the Indians, making it 4-1 already. Now Madison Milton up to serve. And the Bulldogs failed to be able to return it. They could not get it back across. So that will be another point for the Indians. And a hot start so far for your Wetumpka Indians. Milton with the serve. It's going to be returned. Yes, it will be. Wilson with the set. Boschel is going to get it across. It's going to get set, but it will go out of bounds. And that will be another point for the Indians. 6-1 already. And a timeout for your Holtville Bulldogs. So your score so far is 6-1. Wetumpka in the lead and having all the momentum so far. We'll take a quick break until the end of this timeout. I accidentally said your Holtville Bulldogs. Oops. Yep. And we are back as we get ready to resume this first set of the match tonight. Milton still up to serve. Your score is still 6-1 for the moment after Holtville just used that timeout. Waiting on the refs to go ahead. And Milton will serve it up. That'll be returned by Bradshaw. And then number 13 and Riley Halis gets it up. Wilson with the set. And Chloe Harris is going to return it. But it gets immediately returned back. Boschel with the set. It's going to be hit back up by Harris. It's returned again. Emerson with the set this time. Boone gets it across. And it hits the ceiling and comes back down. And so that will be a point for the Bulldogs after that. So that will make it 6-2 Wetumpka. Now Holtville getting ready to serve. Number 7, Reagan Thorne with the serve. It's going to be set up and spiked inbounds. That'll be another point for the Indians, making it 7-2 already. So a great start so far for your Wetumpka Indians as they continue to play dominantly and hold all the momentum. Now with the serve was Douglas, and it's going to be out of bounds, so that will be a point for the Bulldogs. And now number 16, Kennedy Bradshaw, will come out of the game, and number 9, Kaylin Edwards, will enter. It gets tipped up across. Boschel knocks it up, and there's Wilson with the set, and it's going to be spiked by Chloe Harris. And that will be another point for your Wetumpka Indians, making it 9-2 already. So now Kylie Wilson will exit the game, and number 1, Madison Young, will enter. Getting ready to serve, Julie Boschel. It's going to be returned. Boschel sets it up. There's Douglas, and Harris is going to tip it across, and that was 3 hits by Holtville. So that will be a point for the Indians. 10-2 so far. Boschel back to serve once again. Gets it across. Holtville's going to get it back across again, but it will be out of bounds, and that will be a point for the Indians. At least I think. The scoreboard is a bit confusing. Correction, it's a point for the Bulldogs, so 10-3. Boschel with the set. Chloe Harris is going to spike it down, and it's going to be out of bounds, so another point for the Bulldogs. Or not. It's actually going to be a point for the Indians. My mistake. It was actually inbounds, so what a play by Chloe Harris. Boschel with the serve. Going to be tried to tip it up by Maddie Emerson, but not only did she not get it up, but she also hit the net. So there's another point for your Wetumpka Indians. Boschel with the serve. And the Bulldogs fail to get it across. That will be another point for the Wetumpka Indians, making it 13-3. Boschel serving once more. Holtville returns it. Boschel sets it up, and Wetumpka gets it across. It's going to be returned, and the Indians knock it back across, and that will make it 14-3. Boschel with the serve. Holtville having trouble getting it back across, but they do. Now it's going to be set back up by Boschel, and it's going to be hit by Leah Richardson. But it will be inbounds, actually, and that will be another point for Wetumpka. So the Indians getting set to serve once more. There it is, and it's going to be tipped up and not returned. That will be an ace for the Indians, 16-3. Bochelle fails to get it across, and so that point will go to the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs, obviously, behind by a lot now, so they are going to need quite the rally to be able to come back in this set. Harris. It's going to be returned by Douglas. Emerson with the set, and Boone gets it back across. Now Douglas sets it up. Harris spikes it down. That will have touched the ground, and that's another point for the Indians. What a play by Chloe Harris, who so far has had a fantastic night as she gets ready to serve. And Holtville fails to return once again. That's another ace for the Indians. And now, after a hot start to this game for Chloe Harris, she will exit and be replaced by number 6, Ashlyn Turner. Turner will serve. And Emerson with the set. And it's going to be returned from the Bulldogs. Bochelle with it. And Richardson is going to be able to get it across without touching the net. And that will be one more point for the Indians as they close in on possibly ending this first set early. Emerson's not going to be able to get it across, but Holtville is. But it's going to be out of bounds. And so that will be another point for Wetumpka. Quite the lead so far for the Indians. They're going to have to finish this off with just 5 more points if they want to win this set. And a smart decision by Bochelle to avoid hitting that ball back as it did go out of bounds. So another point for the Indians. So far, lots of smart plays by Wetumpka, and Holtville seems to just be static, as there is more proof of that as they fail to return it, and another ace for the Indians. So Holtville, struggling so far, they're going to have to find some sort of momentum here if they want any chance in the second set. Emerson tries to set it back, but she's actually going to send it out of bounds, and that's another point for the Indians. Just 2 points away from closing out this first set. So now Turner with the serve. And that's going to be out of bounds and a point for the Holtville Bulldogs. And so now Abigail Snyder will enter the game, replacing number 8, Jaden Evans. Now the Bulldogs set to serve. That was Abigail Snyder with it. And it's going to go out of bounds, and that will be another point for the Indians. So it's down to one more point for the Indians if they want to close out this first set. Richardson with the serve. Holtville doing everything they can to get it across, but they can't, and it's going to go out of bounds, and the Wetumpka Indians win set 1. A fantastic start to the night for the Indians as they win the first set 25-5. What a start to tonight's match. So now we'll have about 3 minutes until the start of set 2. So we'll take a quick break until that time. It's work in progress. Dude, I said our Holtville Bulldogs. I didn't mean to say that, but I said it once, and then I started spamming our Wetumpka Indians so they could forget I said it. I don't know. Okay. We can edit anything it picks up right now, right? Can we edit out what I'm saying right now because I did say, and we'll take a quick break. So there's a marker. I don't know, we'll figure it out. I don't know how to, I can't mute my mic, so. Well, I'm at timeout right now. So just like, if we're gonna,
He is not getting off.
And we are back to tonight's second set for the Wetumpka Indians versus the Holtville Bulldogs. Obviously, last set, the Indians dominated, winning 25-5. So an excellent start so far for Wetumpka, and they hope to finish this night early by winning the second set right here. So after a hot start, we'll see if they can hold on to that momentum, as they seem to be plenty happy with their first performance, while the Holtville Bulldogs seem a little drowned out. They seem to need to get some momentum going here if they want any chance of being able to get back in this thing. But this is the time for them to get going if they want to be able to extend this match to a third set. So here we go. The Indians are huddled up. They're getting ready. Bulldogs getting stretched out, making sure that they are prepared. So now the Bulldogs will be serving to start this set. So that is number 10, Maddie Emerson, out to serve. Emerson waiting on the go-ahead from the officials, and there it is. So Emerson with the serve. It's going to be set up by Bochelle, who will also be followed up by Wilson. Oh, and Star Angier tried to get it over, but just was short by a bit. So that point, the first point of tonight of the second set, will go to the Bulldogs. Wilson sets it up for Harris. Harris gets it over, and that will be a point for the Indians, tying it back up 1-1. So now for Wetumpka, Kylie Wilson will be back out to serve. Wilson. Emerson gets it across, but it's going to be out of bounds, and that will be another point for the Indians. So once more, as it's been almost all night, the Indians are back in the lead.
I really want her to just raise the flag.
Wilson gets the serve across. And there is Abigail Snyder is going to get it across, but it once again will be out of bounds. And that's another point for the Indians. So Wilson now sets it across, and that's going to be an ace. What a play by the Indians. Holtville unable to return it. And that will make it 4-1 already for Wetumpka. So the momentum keeps on building for the Indians, as Wilson now going to see if she can do it again. Emerson sets it up. That's going to be returned. Wilson now with the setup, and Bochelle spikes it across. It's going to be knocked way up into the air, almost touching the ceiling. It's going to be returned once more by Holtville. And let's see, Madison Milton tries to get across, and she does. And that point will go to the Bulldogs, as Milton was out of bounds. So now with the serve is going to be number 7, Reagan Thorne. It's returned by the Bulldogs once again. Wilson sets it up. It's going to be hit by Starr. And Holtville tried to set it back up, but it went too far out of bounds. And that will be another point for the Indians. So Milton now set to serve. Holtville tips it back over. Wilson, Starr. Now Holtville's going to have to get it across. They do. What a return. Wilson with the setup. Boschel with the spike. It's going to be hit. They tried to block the spike, but instead they hit it right back into their own net, and that will be another point for the Indians, who extend their lead already to 6-2. Milton back to serve. Emerson with the setup. And the whistle's blown. The point will go to the Indians. That will be a double hit on the Bulldogs. Milton gets it back across. Emerson sets it. And Bradshaw gets it across right into the net. So the Indians take home another point. Holtville barely got it across. And it's going to be spiked down, tipped across, but it will go out of bounds. So that will make it 9-2 for the Indians. Milton serves it just a little bit too hard, and that will go out of bounds. And the point will be awarded to the Bulldogs. Now exiting the game is number 13 in Riley Helis and number 16 in Kennedy Bradshaw. Entering is number 2 in Brianna Langford and number 15 Taylor Price. Emerson with the setup. Holtville tries to return it, but they could not quite get it back across. That attempt was made by number 6, Avery Hull. So now the serve by Aaron Douglas. And Holtville fails to get it back across, so that will go for another point for the Indians, who are looking to end this night early. Douglas with the serve, and that's going to be an ace. It landed in bounds. Holtville thought it would go out, but it did not. And so the Indians already up by 9 now. Douglas looking to build off of that excellent serve moments ago with this next rally. And she does. Holtville tries to return it, but Taylor Price could not quite get it back across, and it will go out of bounds on Holtville, which will be another point for the Indians. Here's Douglas once more. Holtville returns it. Wilson with the set. Richardson's going to spike it. It's going to hit the net, and it goes across. Emerson tried to set it, but Holtville could not return it in time, and it hits the ground. Another point for the Indians. And now Holtville trying to return it, and they do, but it will go too far back, and that is once more a point for Wetumpka. Holtville tries to return. It hits Price in the face. Douglas with this set. Rochelle's going to try and spike it back across. She does. This time it's going to be set by Emerson. It's going to be returned by Thorne. Richardson knocks it up. Rochelle with the set. And Harris is going to get it back across. Holtville trying to return it now, and they do. And it will go out of bounds. That's a point for the Indians. What a long rally, and the Indians still manage to stay in control and take the point once more. Ball's knocked up. Emerson's going to try and knock it back closer to the net, and that will be Brianna Langford to get it back across. Wilson knocks it up. Harris is going to spike it, and it will land out of bounds. Actually, correction. No, it will not land out of bounds. That is a point for the Indians. What a play by Harris. And another great play by the Indians as Holtville fails to return the serve. And that will be another ace for Wetumpka. So now Douglas still serving. She's been doing it for quite a while now. Emerson with the set. And there's number 8, Jaden Evans, who tries to get it back across, but she can't. it will go out of bounds, and it is 19-3. And so Douglas with the serve. It's going to be returned by the Bulldogs, and Bochelle will spike it down, and it hits the ground, and that's another point, making it 20-3 already. So now entering the game is going to be Cheyenne Bochelle, entering for her sister, Julie Bochelle. Meanwhile, Chloe Harris will exit the game for number 7, Brenanja Lucas. Emerson with the set, and Evans gets it back across. Wilson with the set. Richardson tries to spike it, but it's going to get blocked, and that will be a point for the Bulldogs. Maybe the turning point that they need to try and get back in this set. So now serving for the Bulldogs is number 1, Bailey Boone. Boone with the serve. A diving save by Aaron Douglas. Milton returns it now, and Emerson's going to get the set. Evans returns it once more. Wilson gets it up, and Richardson's going to try and spike it, but she hits the net once again, and that's another point for the Bulldogs. So now Holtville, for the first time all night, gets back-to-back points. Wilson with the set, and now Lucas is going to try and get it across, and she does. But it will be a double hit, so that's another point for the Bulldogs, and that is 3 straight, making it 20-6 now. Wilson with the set. Richardson spikes it across, and that's another point for the Indians. So now 21-6. Julie Bochelle enters for Cheyenne Bochelle. So a short period of time out on the court for Cheyenne, but she will now make her exit, as well as Kylie Wilson exiting for number 1, Madison Young, who will swap out for the outside hitter position. Holtville with a diving return there, and they're going to get it back across again. Bochelle with the set, and Richardson's going to knock it way too far out, and that's going to make it 21-7. So still a long ways to go for the Bulldogs, but they have closed the gap just a bit. Now set to serve for the Bulldogs, Jaden Evans. Evans gets the serve across. Milton with the first set, and Richardson's going to spike it, and Holtville tries to get it across. They do, and they're going to get another point, making it 21-8 already now. So the Bulldogs trying to make some sort of late comeback here. Obviously, the Indians only need 4 more points to end this night early. So Holtville has a lot of work to do. Holtville gets it across. It's going to be returned by Douglas. Bochelle with it, and Wetumpka gets another point, making it 22-8. And now exiting for Holtville is number 8, Jaden Evans, and entering number 11, Abigail Snyder. Exiting for the Indians is number 7 in Lucas, and entering is number 6, Ashlyn Turner. Excellent return by the Bulldogs. Bochelle sets it. Richardson's going to try and get it across. She does. It's set by Emerson. It's returned by Thorne. Milton tries to get it back. A diving save, but they could not get it back across. And the point will be awarded to the Bulldogs. Now exiting for the Bulldogs is number 15 in Taylor Price, as number 13 in Riley Halis enters, while number 2 of Brianna Langford exits. Holtville with that serve, but it's going to go out of bounds, and that will award another point. Just a critical error at such a late point in this set for the Bulldogs. Only 2 points remaining that the Indians need to get to be able to seal the deal and win tonight. Bochelle with the set. It's going to be spiked across, and that will be a point for the Indians, making it 24-9. Only 1 point to go for Wetumpka. So now here we go. Up to serve is Leah Richardson, hoping to make this the final point they need. Richardson serves it up. It's going to be returned by the Bulldogs. Richardson Now Bochelle with the set. Milton's going to try and get it across. She does. The Bulldogs, Emerson now, and they're going to spike it back across. Bochelle gets it back up. Now Richardson. Milton with the spike. It's going to be returned again by the Bulldogs. And inbounds. That's it. The Wetumpka Indians have won. What a night for the Wetumpka Indians as they dominate tonight's match. So your final score for the second set, 25-9. And Wetumpka is going to end this night very quickly with a dominating performance over the Holtville Bulldogs. So that's all for tonight. So the Wetumpka Indians are victorious in both of the two sets for tonight, and that will be it. So I'm Gavin Baxley from Wetumpka TV. Go Indians. Good night. I think I needed to practice.